What do you mean I am a figment of your imagination? I feel real. I feel like I know what happened last time on the Incorrigible party.
Ape Zarin quickly evens the odds, tearing apart Tinnerman's constructions, as the gnome himself appears from the anchor room. Using some controls on his gauntlet, Tinnerman attempts to defend himself with his soldiers, but with Mia's might and Shaft's arrows, the soldiers and Tinnerman go down. In the aftermath of the battle, chests heaving with heavy breath from combat, a pounding at the Knowledge Center doors interrupts the momentary reprieve.
Yes, some past events mayhaps were a bit extreme. But that surely does not lead one to the conclusion that their whole world was concocted by one deranged individual. I must think on this as the adventure continues.
Shaft, Valzarin, Mia, Dreg, Slava, and an unconscious Alsop Tinnerman all at the top of these stairs. You hear the crack, incredibly audible even on the 5th floor of the Knowledge Center, of the front door bursting in, voices down there, and a very distinct one. Alamar's voice. Salamar's voice. Alardo? I forget what we were calling him. You hear him speaking clearly to other people down there as you now hear the clomping of footsteps coming up the stairs. Destroy anything in here that moves. You all have a very brief window to do something right now, as it is 5 flights of stairs that are being climbed.
Do we recognize any other voices?
So far, it's more of like a no distinct voices. Like it's not like he's not having a conversation with a specific person, but it's more of kind of a chorus of agreeing with him, and the amount of steps on the stairs do seem to be actually quickly receding, but there's clearly still some people moving further into the Knowledge Center.
Okay, I look pretty bad. I'm just gonna sort of stand up and sort of try to get my balance a little bit and go, oh, we gotta get out of here. We can't take these guys on.
I agree, Shaft. I don't feel good.
I look over at Dreg. You got a way out of here?
I told you I have no teleport.
Maybe we can ride the monkey down the building.
Falzern, can you hold us all?
What do you think, Leland?
Some of the people, some of the party might be able to like climb on your back, but you would still have to have hands free to do some climbing.
I think I'll go. We're on the 5th floor, right? So we went up a level from where we put the rope out the window.
That's right.
Can we see what's coming up the stairs?
You can't quite yet because there are no lights in here. It is pitch black. So to the extent of your dark vision, you don't see anybody yet in the stairs.
How long is the hair on Falzern's back?
Well, he's a majestic silverback gorilla. It's
a Fabio gorilla.
The length of a silverback's back hair is what denotes its maturity and veracity as a leader amongst its tribe.
Oh, so it's very short.
So it's real short.
And virility, I might add.
Armpit hair? Like, come on. But there's 4 of us. We could probably, Oh, there's 5, right? Elstov. He's unconscious. That's not good.
When the dragon was killed, was he blocking the window from which we swung back in from outside?
No, because it only had its neck in. It fell from the window and smashed to the streets below.
I think I'm going to say, let's head for the window and run down the steps to the 4th floor.
All right, Shakara, what are you doing?
I believe I was running up the stairs.
Correct.
I believe I am running up the stairs.
You're trying to forge ahead from everyone behind you?
Yeah.
When you're down there, so from the streets, and from what you saw, and clearly what everyone around you would have seen too, the dragon and the fight and the fireball and the storm cloud above, and all of the effects, it's very clear that what's going on in the keep isn't on the ground floor. So there are a few of the people, some of the wizards from the streets that are remaining on the bottom floor, but many of them are moving upwards. You can see, though, as you're climbing and you're quickly outdistancing them, Alamar moving very feebly behind you and moving slowly, as he's clearly, Sardo is still continuing with this guise, and as he is with, like, public, basically, for lack of a better term. Some of them, though, are still kind of spreading out among the levels, doing a quick search as they're going up. It's not like they're blindly charging straight to the top, as they don't know 100% that is where they need to go, but there are still people quickly coming behind you. And as you get to the fourth floor, so the fourth flight of stairs here, you hear Falzarin's ooh-ah-ahs, and you see wreckage of some of parts strewn about, torn apart from Ape Zar, and Tinnerman's toy soldiers just lying in debris piles on the floor. Stacks of books have been blasted and papers strewn about, and you see the party moving down towards you, basically. You are almost now meeting at the fourth floor.
I will run up to them. I'll look behind me again to see where Alamar is.
I'd say he himself is on the second story, and there's about a dozen wizards on the third story. So you're about 30 feet distance from the crowd behind you. And now you're hearing, as they're spying the party as well, some jeers. There they are! Alamar, they're on the top floor.
And I'll run up to near them, and I'll turn around, I'll be like, "These are our friends! They helped the city! Stand down!" And I'll turn around to Dreg.
Shakara!
You left
You're
me.
okay. No. Shaft said it was okay.
Yeah.
Shaft?
Yeah, we good? Now, are we okay here?
You left me. Why?
Wow. We talked about it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, you said you were gonna join up to get the thing off Falzarin's chest.
I said if I had to. If it was
you
a
certainly
requirement.
seemed like you wanted to.
It was a last resort.
Good, so we're on the same page. Are we in trouble here?
Alamar's coming.
They are no friends of ours. You heard what I said. Destroy what is here.
Alamar, you will not hurt Falzarin.
That's not Alamar. That's Sardos.
We know that, but they do not.
Falzarin, you hear again Alamar's voice in your head, but this time it's actually far, it seems much further in the back of your skull kind of thing, right? Like when you first teleported into the knowledge center, you had that echo that was receding, but now that Alamar has drawn closer to you, or Salamar has drawn close to you, you hear again in your, just that, the faintest, deepest, like in the deepest recesses of your mind, my body. And now Alamar has come within 10 feet of Shakara. Now between him, the mob at his back, there's about a dozen or more Heracleonians, all basically waiting for Alamar to proceed, with Shakara standing between them and the party. But before any of them can act, Dreg kind of runs up to Shakara to put a hand on your shoulder, if you'll let him, at least.
I glare at him, but I'm not going to, knock it off or anything.
Shakara, I never wanted to... We'll sort this out later. And he, again, uses his last level 5 spell slot to cast another wall of force between Shakara and Alamar, blocking these stairs. It's just, we get out of here before surely one of them can dispel this.
I take off towards the window.
Let's go. I follow Shaft.
9 magic missiles pelt into Dreg's wall of force as you all start to make your retreat. And Alardo is just screaming, "Take down this wall, Mr. Gorbachev." Oh, sure thing, Alamar, I'll do it.
Do we want to go up and check the top room before we leave?
Says the guy with 1 hit point. What the hell?
At this point,
Who has
no.
Alstoff? Are you leaving Alstoff?
Monkey is, right?
I mean, typically we throw him in a bag, but
Well, that bag's getting pretty full. If you recall, Danzig is still in there.
That's right.
It's fermenting.
No, I think
It's a fishy smell.
Faced with the situation we're in, I'm going to run out, jump out the window, grab onto the rope, and Tarzan my way down to the bottom.
So your rope was hanging from the edge of the solarium, the anchor room, right? 50-foot rope. So
Yep.
you can get down to about, I guess I would probably put you at the second story at the very end of that rope.
Okay.
And then you'd have to drop from there. It's still about 20 feet to the ground.
Is there any kind of ledge that on the second floor by the window that I could...
So the Knowledge Center is a stone building, so you could certainly try to climb down the rest of the way as opposed to just dropping.
what do I see on the ground?
You see the remains of the dragon, bits of brick that the dragon had clawed away from the window. As the window is, he managed to make it wider right during that battle, trying to get into the building at you. And there are people gathered around its mechanical corpse as well down on the street. And they're just kind of looking up to the sky.
I will, as the ape, squeeze my way out through this widened window and start to make my way down, but sort of make eye contact or however I can gesture to make it apparent that anyone who's willing to climb aboard me and hang on can certainly try while I climb down. Yeah, I'll kind of, point at my back and motion while I'm hanging out the window.
All right, who is going to try to get on Ape Sarin?
I'm going to climb down as far as I can to the rope, see what's happening up above, and hang on to the rope.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Drag, get on Falzarin's back.
Of course, Shakar. And Slava will definitely get up on Falsey too, up on Ape Sarin's back as well. So you got Drag and Slava grabbing a hold of your luscious silverback hair.
How encumbered do I feel? Am I struggling to hold on?
Oh no,
with this
you're
rope?
okay. The two of them, you're fine. With more, it'll be a little more difficult. But you're a 15 by 15 foot creature. You're a huge creature. Yeah, you're
solid.
So
chunk
Mia
of
looks
muscle.
down at the rope, looks at Falzarin, looks down at the rope, looks at Falzarin, and just grabs Falzarin's back hair, tries to go down on the ape.
Okay. Hurry! They've dispelled my wall.
Okay, I'll wait for them to go, and then I'll start to climb out the window.
Sardo, do not include these innocent people in your vendetta.
And I'll go down the rope.
Shaft, why don't you make me a strength check down to get down to the end, just see if you fall.
21.
Easily get down this rope. Ape Zarin, can you make me a athletics check?
19.
All right. Shakara, same from you.
20.
Shakara, as you're climbing through this smashed window onto the rope, high above Shaft, about 10 feet above Ape Zarin with the party in tow. You're slinging yourself over the sill, sliding down the rope, and just more magic missiles and balls of magical energy hitting the inside of the building around you as you're making your retreat. And Abe Zarin, you make it down, you're at the 20-foot mark by the second story with Shaft at the very end of the rope. What did you want to do, Shaft? You're waiting, right?
Is there any kind of decoration or gargoyle or outcropping or something that I could take my whip and do a little Indiana Jones in it down and then swing down to the ground?
Yes, absolutely. Of course there is.
Because you want me to roll, don't you?
Of course I do.
In case it makes any difference, Ape Zaren's intent was to climb down so that he was just below Shaft and let people drop off so that Shaft could climb down on him and get a bit closer to the ground. Or do you want to do the whip thing?
Yeah. No, I think that makes perfect sense. I'm going to do the whip.
Okay.
So you can
Acrobatics?
you can make me like a regular attack to see if you latch on
Okay.
to
Let's
like
do that.
a stone like crenulation around the second story.
All right, so that's good. I got a +8 on that. So that's a 23.
Easy, and then you want to swing. Give me some acrobatics. Finally.
Yeah, I like it. All right, 24.
Wow.
I like it.
You crack that whip out, wrap it around this outcropping of stone architecture, trading one rope for another, basically swinging down. I just imagine your little legs just wall running down on this arc of this whip, and you can safely drop the last few feet without any issue.
Awesome. And I'll land and I'll look over at the nearest person and I'll wink and go, and that's how you do it.
Can you roll? Can you roll? I guess a persuasion. No, not a persuasion. What's the?
Performance?
Yeah.
Cockiness.
There you go. That's the one.
15.
They're incredibly impressed. As a wizard has never pulled off a feat like that. And of course, they then continue their gaze up from you to the crenulation that your whip as you're cracking it back and unfurling it from, then to the giant ape with a weird blue fish man, a wizard, and a fully clad woman on its back. Ape Zarin, so Shakara, you're at the same position now Shaft was at. You're gonna let Ape Zarin kind of grab you. I mean, yeah, you're so tall, Ape Zarin, that you could easily get your lanky arms up to her and bridge the gap.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could crawl down far enough or climb down far enough so that those who are on me can safely jump off and then climb back up a bit and get Shakara.
I'll allow it.
As you reach up to her and pull her from this rope, Shakara, you kind of let it go and it just dangles back to the side of the building. You could all make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm by Shakara, right?
No, she's still 20 feet up. You're on the ground.
Do I benefit from her aura?
Yeah.
Which brings me up to a 14.
I got 18.
21 for Ape Zarin.
It's a 24.
Those that got a 15 or higher will take 13 fire damage as a fireball erupts around you from high above the window. You see Mr. Gorbachev hanging out the window, pointing down at you.
Say the number again, sorry?
How much damage?
Anyone that rolled a save of 15 or higher will take 13. Those below will take the full 26.
I'm down.
I'm almost.
I saved, then I took the 13. I'm down.
And you see the people around the dragon's corpse now scattering too, as a few of them even caught themselves in the edge of the blast.
Damn.
This will literally be the second time I'm doing death saves in like 5 minutes of real life time of this game.
I will yell up to the fireball thrower. Stop! Do you not know that we are the ones that saved this city? Why are you attacking us? And I will look over and I'll see that Mia is down.
Mm-hmm.
And I will think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I will look back up at the fireball thrower. And I will look back at Mia. And I will walk over to Mia and I will lay on hands. For 5 points.
That's one way to get me to like you. This whole Izzy thing.
And then she hits you in the head. Take 6 points of damage. Insult to injury.
Reeling from the blast, Dreg quickly recovering as he did take the full hit of that. He starts to cast, and boy, who's he gonna pick? He picks Shakara, Ape Zarin, Shaft, and Mia, turning the 4 of you invisible as he upcasts invisibility with a 4th level slot, leaving himself and Slava still visible. Get out of here.
I run.
Ape Zarin is going to attempt to grab both of them and put them over his shoulders while he runs.
Okay, I don't think Slava will care. Alright. Dreg... what's Dreg? Yeah, I think Dreg will resist, so let's make a contested grapple, so just a strength check. You can use athletics.
When I see him resisting, Dreg, let him carry you. I will not leave you behind.
Oh, cuts deep, Shakara.
I know.
Oh.
And Dreg, he had his hands up against an invisible, like, free arm. He doesn't even know what part of Ape Zarin he's resisting against. It's so large, and it's all hair. It's hair all everywhere.
It's my 3rd leg.
It's his 3rd leg. Quite the grip on this 3rd leg you have. And as you say that to him, his hands just immediately drop, and his shoulders kind of slink, and he gives you a wordless nod and allows Ape Zarin's 3rd leg to sweep him up.
So the problem is now that none of us, everyone knows where Ape Zarin is, but Ape Zarin doesn't know where the rest of the party is.
We'll follow you. You'll probably have a better speed than us.
Yeah, I assume my unencumbered speed is impressive, but I don't know if I am going to be running a bit slower with 2 people over my shoulder.
I'm going to say, let's head to Janella's house.
No, go to the keep.
No!
I can get us out of here.
Okay, I'll stop for a second.
How are you gonna get us out of here, Shakara?
Just go to the keep.
Why? Isabella's there.
It's fine. Run.
Okay. I follow Shakara. She healed me.
I take off, running towards the keep.
I reluctantly run towards the keep.
Slava
Same.
and Dreg, now they're levitating in invisible gorilla's arms, and as you're all turning to leave, Falzern, you take 12 points of force damage as magic missiles rain down on you, clearly aimed for Dreg or Slava, but your bulk and your body between them takes the brunt of it. To the keep. Wow, bewildered Heracleonians in the streets now, and as you are clearing and running around the knowledge center, you do see more of the wizards piling out of the smashed-in front door, like, confused, kind of looking around you as you basically outmaneuver them and get past them, and just beeline for the keep.
Guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, reluctantly.
Apparently.
Mia's trusting Shakara. She healed her, and what other choices
Can I see the tracks as we're running? Like, see Falzern's big monkey tracks and see, on the ground.
Well, Ape Zarin's about the only one you don't really have to worry about losing because he's carrying Dragon Slava.
Oh, that's true. I'm gonna keep about 20 feet behind Ape Zarin.
Okay.
I'm booking it. I don't know. Just booking it.
I've got a 40-foot speed, so I can outrun everyone, but I will probably try not to get too much of a lead.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, trying to think. How odd do you think 2 levitating people in the streets of in Magic Town, as Shaft would call it? Pretty common, baby.
Pretty typical day.
In fact, if you went more than 17 hours without seeing someone levitating, you'd probably think something was wrong.
Nothing to see here.
For the sake of brevity, you all make it to the keep.
Oh, jeez.
As he's running by and you see these 2 bodies just floating in the air, bouncing up and down on the back of this invisible monkey. As we pass people, I'll go, nothing to see here. It's okay.
It's just a voice.
Pay no mind.
Yeah, a voice coming from nowhere is like, nothing
That's
to see
right, a voice
here.
coming from nowhere.
Oh my gosh.
Falzer, I think you can put us down now.
All right, so Falzarin apes Aaron as gingerly as he's able to, plops Slava and Dreg down.
Thank you, my friend. Do we go inside?
We must get to the Great Hall.
Oh, you're here as well, Shakara.
Yeah, we're all here. Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh man.
Wait, before we go in there where Isabella is, what's your plan here?
I have access to her portals.
Did she give them to you because you're part of the
I
coven?
did what I had to do. Did you want off this island?
Shaft,
Hey.
she saved me. Listen, I'm close to dead. I have no other choice. We gotta do this.
I'm just asking you, did she give you permission to use these things because you're part of the coven?
Does
Answer
it
the
matter?
question.
Does
Don't
it matter?
anger our only
Let's
escape
go.
right now, Shaft.
I'm walking.
I
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm walking.
I don't know.
Dreg just misses the invisibility. So Shakara, wait. I feel responsible for this.
Let's get off the island first. Then we can talk.
I can't leave.
Why not?
I have to deal with the weapons. It is why I took us to the Knowledge Center and not to the mainland. Second to not wanting to completely desert you, of course.
Of course.
I have to stay.
Dreg, I want to take
cannot
care of the
come with
weapons
you.
too. But look at me. I need somewhere safe to rest. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get that in the keep.
I will not stop you from leaving. I feel as if I cannot go.
What is your plan? What are you going to do?
I do not know.
Slava, will you be able to aid him in this?
Yes, the Tritons can aid in destroying the weapons. That is a goal that I did agree with Shaft, that I would help in any way that I can. Again, I do not know how we will aid other than a full assault upon the city, which could end badly for the Tritons and the people within.
Is there anywhere we could rest and take down Isabella so that they don't have to sink this island?
Ape Zarin will begin to morph down into his smaller, wizardy self.
We can always come back. Let us retreat and rest.
Where are
and
we
heal.
going?
We can go to the caves outside Zexa. And we can rest there, and we can come back.
Falzarin, as you fully revert back to your own form, you see that you somehow have Alamar's eagle-headed cane in your hands. Whereas you had it stowed in your bag after you picked it up after defeating him.
Could I examine it? Is there any magic coming from it that I can detect?
You could do an Arcana check, yeah, for sure.
Can you point it at me and heal me for, like 70 hit points?
19 for Arcana.
There is an immense amount of magical power that emanates from this cane.
Would identify tell me anything about it?
You could try.
Okay, so I think I would look down at it in bewilderment as to why it would be in my hands all of a sudden, and say, this cane should have been inside my bag of holding, and it is emitting tremendous magical power.
This is something else we can figure out once we are safe. We do not know if they are following after us.
Can you heal me?
I do not have the resources.
I know, Falzarin. But can you heal me with the staff?
I have no idea what this staff may do. I think it's tremendously risky to try anything with it. Given some time, I could study it more thoroughly and perhaps identify what type of magic this is and what is afoot here.
So I'm going to look over at Falzer and I look at Shakara and I go, Lesser of two evils. Let's get the hell out of here.
Dreg, I feel the same duty that you do, but I would implore you, we are up against a fight that I don't believe we will win in this state.
Yes, come with us. Come with us and heal.
He turns back to you, Shakara. You will still have me?
Always.
Then let's take our leave of this island.
Mia will look over at Dreg and be like, we have no other choice right now. Like, trying to convey to Dreg that she really would want to stay and help him if she could.
I will run ahead of everybody else into the Great Hall. Is Isabella in there?
It is empty.
And I'll run over to the portal. And I will say the activation word. And I choose to take us to the cave outside.
Wait, time out.
Sexa.
What's the activation word?
I
want to hear the
you say
activation
it.
word.
We would hear you say it.
Well, what I wrote down might not be the right thing. Leland only said it once for me. Lufaltimal. Is that close?
I knew it.
No, it's Lou Fail Famer.
Yeah, what he said.
Huh?
Lu, Fail, Fay, Mer. Lu, Fail, Fay, what? Yeah, whatever. I said the activation word, damn it.
The stone within the bare wooden frame kind of starts to shake and shifts rapidly as you utter these words, as if tiny like tectonic plates within the walls are shifting and like rending the surface of it apart until the stone completely crumbles, disintegrating into dust that doesn't quite make it to the floor before kind of wisping away into just nothing. And it reveals a softly glowing red rectangle.
Everyone through.
You go first.
I believe if I go, it may close. I do not know.
All right. I sort of look over at Falzarin, and I walk over to him, and I go, she's part of the coven. And then I run and jump into the portal.
I follow as well.
I'll jump in.
Dreg ushers Slava through, and he turns to you, Shakara. Again, gives you a nod and steps through.
I'll nod back and step in after him.
You all appear in like this 30-foot hallway. The floors and walls are made of like a polished, flawless stone. There doesn't seem to be any distinguishing features in the hallway except for 5 darkly stained wooden doors. Their handles are a pewter dragon's head with a curved serpentine body that forms this like an S shape, you know. And so there's 2 on your left and 2 on your right, and then 1 directly ahead of you at the very end of the hallway. Behind you, the way that you presumably entered, is nothing but polished stone. And Shakara, you just know which door you need to choose. It's as if by nature, by rote, you just understand which one you need to pick, which would be in this instance, the second door on your left.
Okay. I will head for that door and open it.
As you push on it, there's something blocking on the other side of it.
I'll try the cave north of Goldham door.
That would be the first door on your right. And that freely opens, and you step through. I assume everyone follows.
Yep.
Yes.
We did not go to Sexa. There was something wrong blocking that door.
Wrong?
It would not open.
Oh my gosh, this is not good, guys.
Where are we going now?
You all appear in a small room with a bed and a long desk with a large wooden bowl that Shaft immediately recognizes. Falzer and you would recognize this room as well. The 2 of you know that this is where Falzarin first got his scapulet. A dark set of stone stairs descends to your left, and a wooden door on the wall to your right.
I have taken us to Goldham, just outside Goldham.
Yeah, we've been here before.
You have?
Yes, this is where all of my troubles started.
What do you mean, we? I know nothing of this place.
Me and Falzarin.
Could Shaft and Falzarin make me a history check, please? As the portal behind you in that wooden frame, the stone reassembles, almost like the reverse of the process you just saw in the keep as Shakar had activated that portal. And it's then just flush, smooth stone between the wooden frame once again.
Nat 20 for a 26.
I have an 11.
Falzarin, Shakara mentioning that the way to the Zexin cave was blocked. I mean, you've been there, you've been in that cave, and you distinctly recall that before leaving it, Gozer had barricaded and shoved up weapon racks and tables against the portal that was in that cave.
Someone has a memory, dang it.
Good memory, Leland.
Wow. I'm impressed. You get inspiration.
No, he does not. You know, come to think of it, last time I was in the other room, an old friend of mine did do a pretty good job of barricading where the portal would have led to.
How many of Isabella's portals have you seen?
You have friends?
Well, she is no longer with us. Fortunately, I did not know her for very long.
Oh. Mia feels bad about the joke she made.
She was a fearsome warrior. But yes, I have been in 2 different locations that Isabella has used as a lair, if you want to call it that, and this is where all of my scapulet problems began. I was kidnapped and brought here, and it was implanted.
I am sorry. I did not mean to drag up old memories.
It's quite all right, Shakara. This was our best option to get off the island quickly and safely.
How safe are we when she could just use the portal and know where we are?
Yes, Shakara, what is the current situation with Isabella?
I do not believe she will try and hunt you down.
Well, what is her plan?
She has tasked me with finding something for her.
Finding something?
She has nothing to do with Sardo.
Does she know that Alamar is in fact Sardo?
She does.
I see.
Did you join her coven?
Good question.
I did what I had to do.
You had to.
I did.
So where do your alliances stand?
Still with Aspara. I am still trying to do what is best for this land.
Do you think she is?
Yeah, so you joined her, but you know that she's not good for this land.
I know things that you do not.
Go ahead and share.
You ally yourself with those that control the weapon?
Isabella does not wish to control the weapon. She wishes to give it to Cultus. Samuel Cultus wants to use the weapon in his fight against the Nyogi.
Mia's ears are peeking up.
Shakara, I will say that I have an appreciation and some compassion for being put in difficult situations and having to make difficult decisions.
Falzarin, let her speak. Tell me more. What's happening with the Nyogi, Shakara? I need to know.
All I know is Cultus has been fighting them for some number of years. He is searching for armor with which he will be able to defeat them. Isabella has tasked me with finding some of this armor for him.
Wait. We know Nyogi are the bad guys.
Yes.
And Cultus is trying to get rid of the bad guys. But we thought Cultus
Yes.
was a bad guy.
I believe he believes the ends justifies the means. Though I could say with certainty that I feel we all disagree with that.
So this armor, where are you supposed to find it?
In the mountains up north of Drakral.
Vorgarag Mountains?
Yes.
That's where the Nyogi took over.
I need to go to Mount Necrosis. Shaft, do you have knowledge of this area?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
You guys. I came to Pisces to find out more about the Neogi.
This is certainly very illuminating.
And Thor has led me here. This is a priority for me, whether you're part of the Coven or not. That was my main objective, keeping Barrack safe. Figuring out what to do with these Neogi.
What threat do the Neogi pose to the Tritons?
The Neogi wish to control everything. It would only be a matter of time before they would attempt to control all of you as well.
What would you have us do then? Allow the weapons to be handed over to this cultist, yes?
Yes.
I don't understand how these weapons perched atop buildings in Heraklion are going to be wielded against these small little creatures scattered
Falzarin.
across Heraklion.
There's much you don't know, Falzarin. Neogi come from the sky. Trust me, there's much you don't know. Shakara, how reliable are your sources here? How much do you trust what they're telling you?
I do not believe Isabella would lie to me.
I sort of put my hand in my head and I go, So now we gotta go find this armor up at Mount Necrosis.
Yes.
No.
To give
no.
to...
The weapons must be destroyed. Tinnerman perverted them. They were not meant to destroy.
Can you not see that there is a greater good, a use for them, a new purpose?
What if their purpose is to protect Heraklion and Aspara now, Dreg?
Protection in a different manner. Not what you originally intended.
Perhaps.
I'm telling you, the Neogi come from the sky.
What do you mean they come from the sky?
Oh, what I witnessed back outside of Barrack. It was like they fly down to Aspara in ships. These metal flying contraptions. They're coming from other planets, Falzarin. We are not the only thing here.
My goodness. So there could be hundreds, thousands, millions more of them.
The other thing. What of your friend, the captain?
Did you not see Grimby? He was not at the Knowledge Center.
No, we did not find him there either.
Oh, I promised to heal him.
Poor Grimby.
All I know is we need to get someplace safe and we can talk this out. I'm in no shape to travel.
Can we stay in this cave?
I look at Shakara, I go, Are we safe here?
Yes, as far as I am aware.
Are we in the room where it had all those tables where the golems were being...
No, so that's down at the bottom of the stairs. This was, I mean, it looks like there is a bed here. It's basically like a bedroom. The last time that Shaft and Falzarin were here, there was bookshelves lining the walls and many different volumes. Those have all been completely stripped now. You know, there's a thin layer of dust has collected everywhere, basically. It's very clearly been abandoned for a couple weeks at least.
There is one more thing I want to disclose, so that you maybe could trust me again. Isabella wants what powers Samuel Cultist's towers. She wants those in exchange for the weapon.
And what powers Cultist's towers?
She did not reveal that to me.
It's an artifact, right? I've heard about it.
Very interesting.
That was my feeling, yes.
So it's really valuable to her?
Yes.
How valuable?
What are you getting at?
I mean, how much?
The armor. We fetched the armor. She gives Cultist the weapon. Cultist gives her the artifacts.
Do you have a way to contact her to let us know we're on this mission?
I told her I would do it. For the better of Aspara.
Let's see your chest.
Yes, I was going to ask, did you get...
I have no scabulet.
Well, it would seem we may be trading one evil for another with this deal. I don't know.
It seems like this is all you people ever do.
It would appear that way. It's one bad situation to the next. I do believe that these Neogi could have the potential to wreak havoc on the world that we know and love here. But, well, what has Isabella got up her sleeve?
Will you please just travel north with me? I have seen the Neogi for myself. I know the havoc they wreak and the damage they can do.
You've seen the Neogi?
Yes,
And I'll pull out my forearm, my left forearm.
my second brand. I had a run-in with a Neogi. I saved a person from being captured by them.
Wow, I guess maybe I was researching it by myself in the Knowledge Center. I had no idea we had this in common. I ran into the Neogi too, outside of Barrack, my hometown. That's what made me start to adventure and try to take them on, learn more about them. That's how I ended up in Pisces.
Have you seen the Neogi?
Looking at Shaft and Falzarin and Dreg.
We've had a bit of a interaction with them, yeah.
Yes, I have seen a bit of what they can do.
You know, we cannot let them take over this land.
No, I fear for what would happen if they came here in large forces from wherever they originate from.
Dreg kind of turns to Falzarin and Shaft. Where did you encounter them?
Just in a cave outside of Pisces.
Dreg, from what I've seen, they have the power to, I don't know, control minds, perhaps. They have some sort of trance that they can put people in. I think they could be very dangerous.
Is that what they have come here for, then? Slaves?
I don't know what their end goal is.
It's weird, Dreg. It sounds like the Neogi, from what I can tell, created a type of slave for themselves, a creature to do work for them. And then that creature then overtook them, and they had to leave. And that's why they came to Aspara. I don't know what to believe, but they kind of told me they were some sort of refugee of sorts.
So they are simply doing what is best for their own survival?
Yes, but controlling our minds and taking our whole lands, that's not good for everybody.
They are trying to enslave all of us.
Well, shit. I look over at Falzarin. What do you want to do here? Do we go get the armor? Do we take down the towers? Do we trust her? And I pointed at Shakara.
Do we trust you, Shaft?
I have no skin in this game. I can walk out the door right now.
You told them all I was in agreement with you to leave me behind.
That's right, I did.
We had no such agreement. You lied to all of them.
And now you're part of the coven, aren't you?
You left me behind. You
That's
left me
right.
no choice.
You had a choice. You chose.
You had a
Falzarin
choice.
here didn't
You
have a
chose. You chose to leave me.
What's different than Falzarin being bound and tied up in front of Isabella, or you leaving Shakara hanging out to dry, by herself in that keep?
She already made her choice before that.
I had not.
I don't know that we know that.
Look, everyone, I don't think this is the time for bickering amongst ourselves. We need to work together.
I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to do here. If you need my help, I gotta be able to trust you enough to follow you. And right now, and I pointed at Shakara, I don't think I trust her too much.
I mean you no ill will.
Shaft, I think we need to give Shakara the benefit of the doubt. I think she has gone through a very trying situation similar to mine. A good person stuck in the wrong situation.
Thank you, Falzarin.
Guys, if we really had to, I could put my zone of truth back up. We could talk this out and know who's lying.
No, I don't need that. I just want to know what your plan is. we go get the armor up in the Vorgreg Mountains.
Yes.
You're from there, Shaft. You can get it no time. We can get it twice as
I
fast.
hold my hand up. Hey, we get the armor. We give it to Isabella to give to Samuel.
Yes.
Samuel takes this armor and somehow rids the world here of this scourge of Nyogi.
If it would make you feel better, we do not have to immediately give the armor to Isabella. We can look it over ourselves first, to see what is so special about it. It is only one piece that we are retrieving. He has other pieces already.
What piece are we retrieving?
We are to retrieve a gauntlet.
I think this is a reasonable plan. We don't need to completely decide on what our final move is tonight. We can all get a good night's rest, think on it, and we have some time before we find this lost gauntlet, and we can decide what to do when the time comes.
And it would lead to the depowering of the towers, so the land would no longer be destroyed. I would think that would be something we would all be happy to see.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I'm interested in what you know about the Nyogi. Here, let's go sit down, Shakara. Tell me everything you know, and I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll grab Falzer and sort of go over to the other side of the room. Yeah, let's sleep on this.
And Falzer, as you were making your own point and you now have split up, you kind of notice, just without even thinking about it, you were gesturing with Alamar's cane still in your hands.
Shaft, I don't know what is going on, but there's something important afoot here with this cane. I think it's important that I do whatever I can to identify what is happening before I go to sleep tonight.
Alright. Look, I don't know what your take is on this deal. I don't trust Shakara. I think she's gonna take us out as first chance she gets. And I know you're not a good judge of character, so...
Well, that's fair, Shaft, but I just can't help but think back on the situation I was in not long ago, and how people looking on could have said the same thing about me.
I get a different feeling. I think she wants the power.
I will admit, Shaft, you have been a good judge of character thus far, and perhaps you're right. I hope you are not right.
All I want to know is, push comes to shove, do you have my back?
Well, Shaft, I want to see as little conflict amongst all of us as possible, but if she has the desire to harm you without any provocation, I certainly would defend you. But if you're going to start fights with her, I'm going to be put in a very difficult situation.
No, I'll play along. I just want to know, do you got my back?
If she has it out for you, Shaft, and you have not done anything to deserve any ill will or harm, I certainly will be there to intervene. I want to see none of us harmed.
I sort of lay back and go, well, that gives me some comfort, I guess. And I roll over. Good night.
Good night, Shaft. I would like to either ritual cast Identify or do whatever you think might be applicable to try and learn more about what's going on with this staff.
You can definitely identify.
Okay. So I will spend the 10 minutes to ritual cast.
Shakara and Mia, you were just kind of exchanging Nyogi stories over there, or are you speaking about something else?
Yeah, I would essentially like to relay all my information and knowledge to Shakara and vice versa, and if that means Emily and I off mic make sure we're on the same page, that's fine. But yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I'd have to dig through my notes and stuff, but...
Sure.
Yeah. And I'll just tell her about my brief encounter with them.
Okay. The 10 minutes progresses as you are sitting there playing with your staff, and you complete your Identify spell, and the second that the 10 minutes is up, throughout this small little cave bedroom that you're kind of divvied up now. I feel like you should have a line down the middle of this cave separating it from
The new and the
from the
old.
ladies and the boys. But you all, in the darkness, right, as there's no light source, the eyes of the eagle cane start to light up. A bright white, and it gets brighter and brighter till it just completely flashes. And Falzarin, to everybody else in the room, you were left there. I kind of picture you like sitting there cross-legged, just kind of examining this cane. You all see Falzarin just sitting there with it in his hands. His eyes are completely rolled back, only the whites showing. And Falzarin, you are whisked away to this silver void.
What?
And standing before you is Alamar. What? My body? No, not you. And everybody can hear Alamar's voice.
Hey. Wait, what? You guys.
Where is Alamar?
Falzarin, you do not appear to be able to sense anything in the room itself, but you're kind of here with Alamar.
Shakara, Shaft, look at Falzarin.
I sort of roll
Falzarin.
over and go back up a little bit.
I'll go closer to him.
Sure, yeah, and you're getting no response from him. He appears like almost catatonic, but he's sitting there like in seemingly in some type of trance.
Oh my gosh. Guys, what did he do?
Wait, did you hear that? Did you hear Alamar's voice?
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Where is my body?
Alamar, what are you doing here? Where is here? What is this place?
Surely even you could put two and two together. With my elixir destroyed, this is my only refuge.
Alamar, I warned you. I told you not to do this.
Where is my body? Put me back.
Unfortunately, someone else has taken up residence in your body, Alamar.
Who? How?
Sardo, the magician.
That was a really good delivery. And who the hell is Sardo the magician?
Well, he's certainly not a wizard. Sardo is... He's of little consequence, as far as I'm aware, except for the fact that he was killed and has come back for revenge and taken up your body in the form of a revenant.
And where is he now? Take me to him.
Well, unfortunately, Alamar, we are nowhere near him at the moment, and I am in no condition to be traveling.
You will do this for me, Falzarin.
Well, Alamar, I'm not sure that I want to. As much as I did not want to see you come of the end that you did, I cannot be a participant in your lichdom.
Tell me what is happening in Heraklion. What of my city?
Alamar, I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving wheels in this machine. I'm not sure what is true and what is not. What were your plans, Alamar, after you were able to become a lich?
I would continue to look after my city, as the Zelwick line has done for centuries, millennia.
But surely you know, as a lich, you would not retain your sensibilities, your purposes that you had in your human body. You would not be the same person. How can you not grasp this?
You think I am a fool? Heraklion is all I have ever had. That will not change. Look at me now. It's a simple essence of soul trapped in a cane. It still has not changed.
I don't know, Alamar. I'm not sure we see eye to eye on this.
Tell me, do you still share my love of Heraklion? Do you wish to see it in ruin?
I most certainly do share your love of Heraklion, if my understanding of your affection for it is accurate. I will be honest. I wonder where your priorities lay. But no, I do not want to see it demolished, laid to waste. I'm not sure that a lich would be the best ruler for it, however.
I disagree. How else can I ensure Heraklion is safe for eternity?
It has been safe for many centuries.
Because the Zelwick line has made it so.
If you had not have forced our hand by traveling down this unconscionable path that you have chosen, you would have been left with your status as Elder of Heraklion and able to see over it, Alamar. But
I did not force anything. That petulant dragonborn is the cause of this.
Alamar, a lich is unpredictable, is not a creature that has the same morals, the same purposes, the same goals as the person who it was before becoming a lich. I'm sorry. I cannot let you go through with this.
Perhaps that is true in time of a lich long lived. Time enough for me to learn to overcome it. We must take risks in life. This is one that I am willing to take. I'm staking everything upon it. I'm not considering this lightly.
Alamar, your hubris has been the downfall of you. And I cannot play a part in putting something that could easily become evil and all-powerful in control of the city that I love.
I am only left with you. You, Falzarin. And I will have to make the best of what I have. I won't be going anywhere. Unfortunately, you and I are linked. You've activated my cane, and you are now bound to it, similar to...
No!
It was so
Don't
close.
do it.
How long has the scapulet been off for?
You're bound to another.
Mere minutes.
Similar in ways that I am bound to it. You will not be able to get rid of me. You cannot discard it. You cannot destroy it. I'm at your side now, Falzarin. Take me to my body and you will be rid of me.
Alamar, if this is the burden I must carry, so be it. I did not want to see you leave this plane of existence the way that you did, but it was necessary. If this is going to be my albatross, Alamar, I'm willing to carry this.
I feel that in time, I will be able to convince you.
I don't know, Alamar. I don't know. But at the moment,
do.
I cannot. I cannot abide by you becoming a lich and being who knows what terror you would unleash.
The wizard will abide. And he dismisses you, and you basically, your perception pops back in to this room, and all of you having heard that entire conversation, Falzarin, you see his eyes kind of roll back to normal now as he comes into focus and falls. I imagine everyone's like kind of huddled around him being like, what the hell's going on?
I'll look over at Mia and go, we might have a problem.
Yeah, I think so.
Can we break the cane?
Kill Alamar.
I have my suspicions that it is not going to be easily destroyed.
I wouldn't suggest that. As Alamar's voice emanates from this cane for all of you to hear.
I defeated you once.
Defeat? Perhaps you won a battle, but I am still in this war, Shakara.
And I can win another. And another. And as many as it takes.
Can we not just leave this cane in the cave and, be done with him? Someone else's problem.
Yeah, can you lay it down?
I will lay it down on the ground and see what happens.
Just huck it.
Walk away from it.
And as soon as you get further than 15 feet away from it, it appears in your hands.
As I suspected.
You will not be rid of me quite so easily, Falzarin.
Falzarin, hold it out.
And I'll draw my sword. And I want to swing and hit the cane in between his hands.
Well,
with my sword.
Shakara, you could injure me as well. I don't know what sort of link I have to this.
What's up with you always getting in these things that you're always linked to these people and you don't even... Falzarin!
So Shakara, you are hitting the cane with your sword?
I will stop when he says that. I will pull up short.
I think Falzarin is correct. If this is serving as Alamar's phylactery, it will be very difficult to destroy.
I just don't understand how Falzarin is always so weak in being overtaken by so many people.
I don't believe he's been overtaken. It could have as easily have been myself identifying. Perhaps that was the cause.
I do not believe Falzarin is weak.
We don't know that. Come on, Falzarin.
I do not believe this was Falzarin's fault.
No, but we just freed him from one captor to enslave him to
and
another.
we shall figure out how to free him from this.
We do not know the extent of this link. All we know now is that he just cannot get rid of the cane. We've seen no sway.
Falzarin, how do you feel?
I feel myself, but I don't know what sort of powers this linkage holds.
Something tells me that Sardos will come around at some point in time.
Yes, I expect so.
Take me to this magician.
We have other priorities.
Exactly. And Falzarin, sorry to say, but I'll give you a heads up right now. I'm keeping a close eye on you. I don't want you to become out of control.
That's fine.
Perhaps killing Falzarin would sever the bond. Who knows?
Alamar, shut up.
Can you put that thing in the sack?
Yeah, can you put the mute button on?
I will try to put it back in the bag of holding and see what happens.
And you can stow it in your bag of holding.
Okay. I think we've all got a lot to think on, and a good night's rest is the best thing for all of us right now.
You'll sleep because I allow it.
That freaking guy. Oh, this is gonna be a long chapter 3.
Yeah, don't worry about sneaking up on anything.
Leland's gonna lose his voice.
Yeah, it hurts talking his hell.
It hurts talking.
I plan to create a safety dome to sleep under. Anyone else who's willing is welcome to join me.
Please do not say safety dome and remind me of my failures.
I'll put my hand on Dreg's shoulder.
It was not your failure.
Perhaps.
Thank you. Shakara.
Sleeping under cover is smart. Oh, Alamar, shut up for 8 hours, okay?
All right, so I'll begin to cast Lehman's Tiny Hut.
And, like, we've been huddled in this hut for a minute, and I go, Shakara, are you still awake?
Yes?
I know I was kind of being really critical of you for following Dendar and everything, but thank you for saving my life.
It was the least I could do.
I owe you. I will follow you to the mountains.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thanks. Okay, good night.
Good night. And that's our show?
Shakara, please, just let me handle this. It's okay. I'll explain later. It's all okay. Thanks for listening. The Incorrigible Party can be found on all of the social medias. Go to incorrigibleparty.com to find all the links. And we have a Patreon. Our patrons get extras like giving inspiration to their favorite character and mini campaigns. The Incorrigible Party is sponsored by Critical Hit Design. All ambient sounds and music during the episode are courtesy of tabletopaudio.com, and our intro and outro music was created by Josh Jarvis. You can contact him for all your own musical needs by email at jamesmercymusic@gmail.com. Happy adventuring!